Well, first of all, I'd like to tell them that I think the wing chaplain job is the most important job in the chaplain corps. And related to it, of course, is the job of the superintendent, or NCOIC. For the first time, the Air Force is asking them to step a level up, which means not always focused on direct pastoral care, but enabling and leading a team. And at the wing level, I think that is just one of the most important things that we do in the chaplain corps. So it means that they're becoming leaders. They're leaders of a team, not just leaders in their faith community or their areas of responsibility, but leaders of a team. And so, by way of advice, I would say to study leadership, to read about it, to think about it, to experiment with it as they are put in those positions. Now, related to that, because they're leading a team, they're kind of in a unique position. They're at really the highest level of leadership at the wing level, and therefore they need to help communicate the big picture to their teams. And that means looking to MAGCOM and looking to strategic guidance that comes out of the Chief of Chaplain's office to make sure we are fulfilling the mission that's entrusted to us. It's not my mission. It's the mission of the Air Force Chaplain Corps as it's handed to us to creatively find ways to meet the needs of our airmen and their family members and others entrusted to our care as well. So I think leadership is really important, and I think it's communicating the big picture to their team so that each team member doesn't lose the forest for the trees, that they understand how they contribute to our core competencies of pastoral care and advising leadership. I also think it's really important for them to be the ones, because they're looking at that strategic guidance, to make sure that the guidance drives our programs, not the other way around. That our plans need to be the focus, and then our programs are developed in line with what our core competencies are. That also means they need to make sure the data, not emotions, drives their decisions. I think that's another really significant element of advice I would pass along. Too often it's about relationship and it's about what I like to do. Well, no, really it's about what our airmen need and what our airmen are asking for and what our Air Force leadership is asking us to do as Chaplain Corps members. I would add to that that I really encourage them to have a positive regard for those who work in the operational and strategic levels, as well as their peers. Sometimes at the wing level, we don't always understand the guidance that comes. And it's too easy to be critical. It's too easy to say, what are those people thinking up there? But if we have a positive regard, presuming they see a bigger picture than we might see, they may be receiving direction from the most senior leaders in our Air Force, and to presume that they know what they're doing, that they really are trying to help guide the Chaplain Corps in the direction that they're being asked, and we have a responsibility to respond to that positively. So we can sometimes get a little critical, I think, in the Chaplain Corps, and it's just not helpful. It's good to ask questions, and certainly as the senior leadership team at a wing level or an installation level, it's important for them to ask those questions so they understand, so they can help their teams to understand. But I think that positive regard is something we could do a lot better with. And then finally, I would just say, we live in turbulent times. There is a lot of social change, there's a lot of institutional change that we see each and every day. And trying to keep calm and carry on has become one of the bits of advice I try to take personally and encourage others to take. We can do this together.